Hey nerds, Alex here from Nerds Being Geeks, and I got another episode of Blinging Out My GLC Decks. Let's get into it. So I like to keep these videos nice and short, get right to the point, so let's get into these cards. I picked these up at Refined Games in Toledo, Ohio. Spent a lot of time there digging through those long boxes when I first started getting into GLC, and I tend to go there whenever a new set comes out and buy whatever cards I need for GLC. Alright, so let's get into this. I picked up this awesome full art Irida. It is a staple in every water deck. This Bird Keeper, I don't play Bird Keeper too often, but I think it's really good in fighting decks just because of that extra draw power of 3 cards and you get to switch out your active. I would say it's pretty good for something like Hitmon Bros, which I am currently kind of building. This Kindler was like $1.50. I don't currently play this card in my fire deck, but I might switch it up. I really need to break that deck down and kind of start over. I know the Skeledirge is kind of taking over the spot for the Charizard, so I really need to just kind of rebuild that deck, and I might toss that in there. Looking at 7 cards and getting 2 of them is pretty good. Colress's Tenacity. This card is in so many decks. This is the first one I've gotten as the full art. It is a really cool card. It gets played in almost all of my decks. Special energies and stadiums are incredibly important in GLC. Crispin is a recent card that, lets you pull 2 different kinds of energy from your deck and attach one to your Pokemon and put the other one into your hand. Really good for dragon decks, really good for something maybe like Ogie Dogie with a dark energy, even though most of the time that is special energy you're using. It's played in a lot of my decks as well, but dragon for sure. Last and not least, Giovanni's Charisma. Now, I don't see this card getting played too often, and maybe it's not very good, but I think it's actually a pretty solid disruptive card. So what it does is it lets you remove an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, and it goes into their hand, and then you get to attach an energy to your active. So it's somewhat like Crispin, as it allows you to do 2 energy attachments per your turn and slight disruption of putting the energy back in your opponent's hand. I think it's a good disruptive card. The double energy attachment for your turn is great, and I think that would also help with dragon as well, with all the different types of energy that these dragon Pokemon need to attack. Alright guys, that is my haul for blinging out my GLC decks. Probably the coolest pickups I've done. A lot of full art supporters, and that's kind of where I'm at with my GLC decks. If I want to max rare them or just bling them out with secret rares or full arts, that's kind of where I'm at. Most of my decks are pretty set right now, and it's just kind of upgrading the cards that are in there at this point. Alright guys, let me know how I did. Which of these cards do you play? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you watching.